y'all, it's Amanda, and today we're in the backyard and it is hot, even though it is early. It is already 92 degrees at 10 o'clock in the morning, which is just crazy. But today I'm going to be revamping a few beds and cleaning out some of the stuff that has fizzled out in early summer and making room for some other things. I'm starting with cutting back these giant sunflowers. They have been much loved by all the pollinators as well as birds. It's been really fun watching birds land on these and pick the seeds from them. Now I am actually just piling these in a big pile off to the side. I'm not cutting them down more than what they are, and I'm going to leave that pile for a few weeks so that insects and birds can continue to pick through those spare sunflower seeds. Okay, I am pulling up all of my fencing. I have to put fencing around all of these lower beds to prevent armadillo damage. Armadillos are for real in my area, and they're my biggest pest and my biggest issue for my garden. Okay, moving on to clearing out the bed, I am pulling out nutsedge. I'm also pulling out stray celosia seedlings that are throughout the space. Nutsedge is just always around, so I really have to work hard to stay on top of it, and I find that if I stay on top of it, we're good to go. I also find that if I pull nutsedge right after everything's been watered or after a rainstorm, I can actually get down to the little rhizomes that are down low. Now I'm actually going to go ahead and stake a few plants. I've got some black night scabiosa that I grew from seed here. I'm going to stake it and then I'm going to cut it back by half in order to encourage more stems, and it should bloom all the way through the fall for me. I'm really growing it for fall color because it's that nice deep dark black red tone, which is absolutely lovely. Now while I was clearing out to the right of this bed, you can see a bunch of eggplants that have been exposed. They were hidden under the sunflowers and they haven't started producing. My guess is because they have not been getting enough sun. So they are now exposed, so they should do really well. This particular variety is called Listata de Gandia, so it's a really small, tiny, sweet little eggplant, and I love cooking them and they're easy to grow, so I'm excited for that. I'm also giving a few random zinnias a little bit of a cutback to encourage branching. And then once I'm done with that, I'm going to go through, I'm going to put some tomato cages on my eggplants just to give them support as they continue to grow. After I secured up some of the scabiosas, I am going back and adding my fence back in, making sure I'm protecting it from armadillos. Armadillos are super lazy and they will not climb over the fence. They're only going to go places where it's easy for them to get. Now moving over to the half of this bed, one half of it has celosia and stock flowers in it. This front half that I'm working on has Lisianthus, and the Lisianthus is from Farmer Bailey's. Their starts from Farmer Bailey's, and Lisianthus is a tender perennial in my particular area. So I'm going through and I'm removing all the nut sedge the best that I can, any spare celosia seedlings. Celosia spreads like crazy. Its seeds are like dust, so they end up everywhere. I'm going to also trim back the Lisianthus and bring the blooms inside. I'm making sure I'm leaving at least 3 sets of leaves on the Lisianthus to encourage more stalks, and it will give me more blooms throughout the rest of the summer as long as I keep it trimmed back and as long as I don't allow any of it to go to seed. And then once that area is cleaned up, we're going to go ahead and plant it up with some new seeds. All right, I'm going to go ahead and add some more seedlings to this space, or seeds to this space. This is Italian white sunflower, one of my favorites. It's absolutely beautiful. It is a branching sunflower, and I'm a huge fan of branching sunflowers as I really like kind of their whimsical quality. These are planted about 1 inch deep, and so I'm just dropping these all into the space, and then I will make sure I water them well every single day to make sure that I get those seeds to germinate. Let's grow sunflower that's a little different from the rest. Italian white sunflower produces creamy white petals with dark chocolate centers, giving it a soft, elegant look that's perfect for bouquets. Plants grow 5 to 7 feet tall, thrive in full sun, and attract bees, butterflies, and other pollinators all summer long. This is a branching variety. Okay, I cannot stress how important it is to watering your seeds and to water them on a daily basis at this time of the year. They cannot dry out or else they will not germinate. So it's super important to get out there and take care of business. Now, moving over to this bed, which is right beside the Lisianthus bed, I have a lot going on. I have peppers in here. I've got celosia. I'm cutting a lot of the celosia back by half in order to encourage more branching, and I'm also pulling out a few celosia plants just to make room. But these peppers in here have been very prolific. I'm really excited about them. I also have some giant yellow mission marigolds that I grew from seed that I'm right by my head over there, and they are starting to bloom, which is exciting as well. Okay, and finally, I'm wrapping up with collecting my cherry tomatoes. My tomatoes are still doing beautifully. We are going to some really hot weather, so I am about to put up some shade screening for them just to protect them a little bit more and see if I can encourage them to go a little bit longer. But it has been quite the success with these cherry tomatoes this year. I really enjoy growing them, and I like collecting them in little bowls. My thing I've been doing lately is I've been charring them up in a cast iron skillet with some garlic and some herbs. And then while they're nice and hot, pouring them on top of Boursin cheese. It is so yummy, and it's really good over some French bread. But that is what I've been doing with them lately. I also took a whole bunch of them and roasted them up and made a tomato sauce that I froze for a later time in the year. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. I'm only gardening about 40 plus minutes a day, 45 minutes a day. It's just so hot outside, so it's just really tough. But I'm still enjoying it. All right, you all. As always, she's a mad gardener or a decorator or anything else that she wants to be. Thanks, y'all.